Here you go. Okay. So, as all of you know, GBA is not only a business link, it's also a scientific group of people. So, I have some thoughts which I think that will help a lot in the future of the economy and what is behind the blockchain. If we see the past 3 centuries, the past 300 years, first guy in the 18th century, Adam Smith, have wrote the Wealth Nations, that book that a lot of economists consider it as the basic of the capitalism up to date. So, Adam Smith have said that the democratic liberty, free markets, and eliminate government control. That was all of his principle in the 18th century. After that, Karl Marx came and he said that we need socialism and we are against industrial capitalism. And later on in the 20th century, John Maynard Keynes came over and say systems to stabilize the markets controlled by governments, financial and economic policies. So, before those 300 years, you know how it was. It was countries, nations, let's invade that country, take its resources. It was a complete different stage than what we are living now. More collaboration have been increased in the current time. As we said, John Maynard Keynes have said that the government is putting the policies and the infrastructure for the economic and the militaries. And out of this, the Bretton Woods have been established. Who know what is the real reason behind the Bretton Woods? Now, Bretton Woods, of course, it's an increased demand for gold. After downfall of the agreement, they followed the IMF nations with 3 main goals. The currency was allowed to float freely, bringing currency to another group of currencies, and the adoption of currency of other countries. So, President Nixon, when he came in the 70s, he said to the Bretton Woods Committee, guys, we need to take the gold standard and have the US dollar as a reference currency. What was the reason of that? I'm not talking about the result. Kathy. Okay. Correct. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, President Nixon did that forget the results, the reason. The reason was the economic growth at the Industrial Revolution is more than what we have gold mining in the world. Despite we already have gold as a capitalism, already have gold in our own system, but the gold mining, the money speed was less than the economic growth. We are living in the same times of that by President Nixon. We have a revolutionary things going on the world of startups, of AI, of technology. We have so many excellent projects. Right now, we cannot step forward for one reason, because the economic growth cannot match whatever we have in the financial growth. Okay, let me explain it more. Now, the any world order is on 3 main basics: politics, financials, and economics. Economics is the base. This is how world order is formed. We have a spark, that's technology, that have hit this triangle, and all of these other great iconic people haven't left this with us. How to take that technology and perform a new world of justice? Is it by going back to the same capitalism things? Will it be enough? Or we'll have a different thing, a tuning in that capitalism? Because let me tell you something. When Karl Marx say things about communism and socialism, it's about distribution of wealth. he have distributed that correctly, but without economic growth. Now, capitalism is taking the growth for economy growth without distribution. We reach that level where capitalism is just taking people up and some people down, and we lost the middle class in the societies. Now we have to bring back little of what Karl Marx was thinking about and decentralize and distribute that wealth again. So, okay, I will go to the slide, it's more important. Okay, what we are living now, consider this bottle of water as a value. Any value, goods, food, water, whatever you want. This is what we are doing. We are building financial services around all the values. Nobody yet touch how to increase or decrease inflation. They cannot do that. It's all a financial services. All right. That's my message here for all the beautiful startups and people who have really great projects. Guys, think about how to touch the value, even if you consider going back to the economic principles. Because economic principles is the basics, is the fundamentals, and the science is what we have to follow. Thank you so much.
I want to say one thing about this guy. I want to say one thing about this guy, right?
1 minute. Last one is, that was the slogan, huh? That all of these iconic economists have followed. Laissez-faire, laissez-passer. Let them do, let them pass. They have to let them pass.
Right. I have to say one thing about this guy. Right. One of the reasons why we started the GBF is because we had so many passionate people like this guy right here. He has a love for people,
Yep.
right? And every time he kept asking us to do things, I'm like, we're a business league, right? So there's tremendous heart in this organization, and I want to thank you for everything you've done. You're the winner of the Leadership Award, and you certainly deserve it. All right.